What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Haze Demon Grow Show. And I got something special to show you guys. It's really cool. On the land here, we have tons of these blackberries that are on the way to being ripe. There's actually lots of them, probably near the thousands of them, that are on the land everywhere. A lot of them have already been ripened, but these are just starting to get there to be blackberries. And there's actually a bunch of them over here that are near the pig area, but you can find these just about everywhere, and most of these are the ones that have the thorns on them. So they're the thorn blackberries, I guess you could call them. There's some ones that were really big, but I already ate them probably, and you might have seen some pictures. I'll probably show a couple pictures in this video also of the ones that I had. I had like a cup full of them, but you could easily get like a bowl of them. Very awesome indeed. There's just tons of them everywhere. It's kind of hard to see them here. Alright, so these blackberries are the ones that got to be pretty big, but it seems to me like some of them were able to grow, and then some of them are just never even going to make it. Let's see if we can get it in there. Yeah, those are really big ones. Like, you can see, compared to my thumb, as big as my thumbnail. I have like normal sized thumbs, I guess. But yeah, they're just hundreds of these, or thousands of the blackberries everywhere, and like hundreds of the blue raspberries. Or not blue raspberries, the red raspberries. These ones are probably more like in the hundreds than the blackberries are more like in the thousands. And there's still some of these that haven't even bloomed yet. And they're kind of scattered here and there everywhere. But they are all over the place. Let me look for some of these here. Raspberries that are actually bloomed and finished and ready to eat. I'll eat one right here. We actually have like only maybe a dozen of these black raspberries that are around here. But they're all ripe and already gone. Those ones are really nice. Those come out ripe earlier than the other ones. Oh my goodness, there's so much red raspberries up here. Kind of hard to see it. But this is definitely a big batch of them. Very nice indeed to have them. And you can see my bamboos is chilling here, having a good old time. And actually there is some raspberries just sitting right here. Here's a nice batch of them. And they get that perfect dark color to them. They look really good. Definitely. I'll eat one of these. Let me go with the one back here, just a little bit further back. See if we can get a good picture of it here, if it would focus. Well, you can focus on that, but I'll focus on this. Really good. Actually, I'm going to eat another one. Double check it, just make sure there's nothing funky on it. And these are really good. I've ate a bunch of them. And here we go, I got a little handful of them. Aren't they just absolutely lovely? They are so edible. And there's probably at least a couple hundred more, at least another 100 or so, all over the place. Too freaking awesome. Too awesome. Yo, and check it out, we got ourselves a mixed blackberry and raspberry pie made by my mom herself. Homemade, oh my goodness. Cobbler, it's gonna be absolutely delicious. And we got these other type of berries here that are hanging by a bush that is like really high up compared to the ones I've seen. I've seen this exact same plant look more like a bush, but I guess where it's growing at the current moment, it's forced it to want to grow up a lot higher off the ground. The other ones are like knee high, maybe or so, you know. But these ones are up here really high. I am not going to eat these, but maybe they might be edible. They might be wild blueberries, from what I've been told. But they don't ripen until a long time from now. But if they do, I'm going to definitely want to get some of these closer to the house, or maybe in a pot, because I've seen a whole bunch of them down there. So there's got to be at least 100 of these. If these are what I hope they are, that would be freaking amazing, because I mean, They got them by the dozens on each one of these plants. All over there. Heck yeah. Just walking in the woods. Just in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Or is it? It's quite beautiful, really. YOLO! So we got something much different again, as always. We got here 3 different red eastern cedars, also known as like a juniper Virginia or something or another. I've gotten 3 different ones. I do believe that this one is the baby of them all. If you can't really tell, it is very small and thin. And then this one is quite thick indeed. I got a little nice cozy place down here for it. There's some acorns from the actual pine trees and not from this tree. It's just there for, you know, an organic feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And then we got this one right here, which is a lot bigger, but I think is not as old as that second one. I just got it with rocks in there and whatnot. It is more of the shape of a Christmas tree, which is kind of what I was going for. Silly me, right? What I plan on doing is taking this one and kind of messing with it like a bonsai tree and moving it around and stuff like that. And I might do something similar with this one. I might try to keep it as bushy and as I can, I suppose. But that one, I'm going to try to let it grow into a nice, pretty Christmas tree that I could bring in and outside of the house and keep it alive for maybe a couple years before I plant it into the ground. I think it's pretty cool. What I did, I seen that these were extremely fast draining plants from the water that they were. And I have one of these that has the holes in the bottom of it and then has the hole right there, which I put a bunch of rocks near that area. I put dirt in the bottom, then I put a layer of rocks, then I put dirt and I started packing it in, and then I made sure to pack it like half and half with rocks and dirt, and then I put rocks across the top of it. And so that way it could drain the water as quickly as possible. With these ones, they didn't actually come with a holes, so I cut a hole in the side of them, and then I cut 2 holes into the bottom of them. So that way the water will drain, and I basically did the same thing of having it mix with rocks and dirt for certain layers and trying to keep the rocks close to the roots, because a lot of the all 3 of these actually were like really connected to a big rock, and they basically just had it so the water would drain over the rock and it wouldn't stay near where the roots are. So it made me think that they needed to be they drained much quicker. So these are my little projects for bonsai, Christmas bonsai, bushy bonsai, and then I am going to do some weird stuff with you, buddy. You're going to get all crooked letter S on me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi over here or something like that. Alrighty, but that's just me and the crazy business going on right here, just shenanigans. I'm also thinking about getting some pines. Real quick, I could show you actually. There's these pines that are really small, and they're like literally just right in my yard. They're really tiny, but there's just a bunch of them, all really tiny ones. And I could just take all of them and make them all into little tiny bonsai trees. They're just, you know, scattered everywhere, because obviously there's a lot of trees. There's really not any pines right here. This isn't even a pine tree. None of these are right here. So I don't know where these little baby pines came from, but they just found their way here. Yeehaw! Alrighty, check this out. As you can see, the water has made a very clear path through that area there. Or we have. All the way down to, what do you know? There it is. There is the main line to the water hole that takes you all the way over there to the outside of the other side of that road. So now the water flows absolutely beautiful down to the bottom. As you can see here, now the line that was here, which this still has not been updated, by the way. I haven't got to that part of this yet, but you can see now that the water that's been coming through here is 100% flowing correctly and down that way. It just needs an actual path, which will be one of my very soon projects. I just keep getting distracted with other things, which other things right now are going to be cutting this tree into pieces, cutting some more of those briars down over in that direction, and then there's been multiple trees that have been falling down into the road from up there. If you guys haven't seen those ones, another one fell down, and I've only broke it out of the way. I need to cut it some more so we can actually move it correctly. Crazy world we living in here, but progress is getting made. Things are looking fabulous. Bamboo's in a weird state, mostly good, but those two shoots are pretty much dead, which we already talked about that. GG's on those, rest in pepperonis, but the plants are otherwise looking really good. Quick update on the plant. Actually, two of the stalks died. Straight up, look at that. Absolutely dead. That is crazy. I don't know what happened, if maybe it got too hot and there wasn't enough rain. It was supposed to rain last week, but maybe it didn't rain as much as I thought it did. But those two are definitely dead. I don't think they're coming back at all. I might as well cut them off completely. But the plants, the new one that's been coming up, or one of the old ones that are strong, is still, it's really tall. It's way taller, actually. It's getting up there. Pretty good size. And this was the new one that was getting up. It's almost up there to that one. So I don't really know what happened to those ones, which those two are connected to this plant here. But as you can see, everything else is still looking really good on that cluster, right? And then on that cluster over there, I'm having no problems at all, which I put a candy cane over here to kind of help the plant hold the plant. It's not really doing a good job of it. I'll figure that out. And I got another candy cane I plan on using. So yeah, oh yeah, and then one more thing is, actually, I thought there wasn't going to be any more shoots, but there's another shoot here. This is 2 months and 1 week, and now we're having another one. It's been almost a month since there's been a new shoot. So I almost want to say that these two old shoots died just so that it could start having a new one, but I don't know for sure. It looks like I need to pull some other plant out from under there instead of letting it grow. But that is the quick update. Oh yeah, and then this one that was going really sideways when it came up, that maybe got stepped on, it's coming up. So it's technically the farthest one away from any of the clusters, but it kind of cheated. I want to say it cheated. It didn't actually come out of the ground farther away. That's the one that's come out of the ground the farthest away. But alrighty, that's our update for this. Oh yeah, I was going to say that I think maybe it might have been the fertilizer that might have killed those two, actually. It's possible that they got burnt from too much of, you know, whatever was in them. It is what it is. You got to live and learn when it comes to things. And I'm just glad that it didn't kill the whole cluster, you know what I mean? Thank you all very much for checking out the Haze Demon Show. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and follow the channel on twitch.tv/HazeDemon. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Don't forget to bring a towel. Peace out.